Alright, so we're going to tie a crayfish pattern and try to make an easy one. A lot of difficult ones out there, but this is the same pattern that you watched me fishing here out of the creek. And so we're going to start with a Gamakatsu Jig 60 round bend. This is stock number 29110-25. This is in a size 1. 1/0 also work very well. I've already got a medium lead eye tied on there and moved all the way to the back, and we're going to start by coming in and putting on some silly legs. This is pumpkin green orange barred. Silly legs nymph pumpkin green orange barred, and it's Wapsi product SN345. And we're just going to simply, I've got about half a strip, and we're going to cut it again in half, and we're going to tie this in on the back quickly. And couple loops to keep that down. Now we're going to let that sit off the back like that, and we're going to come back with a bunny strip here, and this is one of the big ones, and you'll see why we do it. This is a magnum strip. We're going to do it that use a magnum strip, and I'll show you why here in just a little bit. So we're going to come back up and put in a certain amount there. And simple loops, and at this point in time we're going to go ahead and cut it off as close as possible, and we're going to leave it like that. Alright, next step is we're going to come in with some of this UV polar chenille. This is an olive copper UV. It's a great little product. Lots of different colors that will look like a crayfish pattern. Tie it in, and we're going to simply work it forward, pulling the fibers backwards as much as possible. And we're going to layer these pretty tight to each other. Again, just keep wetting your fingers and pulling these back. And we're going to work them all the way up to just behind the lead eyes. And then just tie them down. Again, I want to try to make this as simple a pattern as possible, but something that also works very well. So we're going to come back here now and tie off that polar chenille back just a bit, like so. We're going to take the other part of our silly legs here, and we're going to tie these in forward, right in behind the eyes with a couple of loops. Move your thread forward, and again, now this little part that I do here is I hold up on the legs and give it a little bit of tension. Now we're going to move it back again, clip the little excess off, and the only really tricky part in this fly comes into finish, and we're going to stay clear of our silly legs as much as possible. Go ahead and release and finish the fly there. Put a little head cement on the front. Now the last part, we're going to turn our fly, we're going to bring it back up here and simply cut right up the center of the rabbit strip and Pretty simple, giving it a pair of legs. And that's what the fly will look like. Now, it will swim, of course, on its back. Got a lot of movement. The legs will stay up because of the thickness of the rabbit strips. But there's your simple little crayfish pattern, and I think you'll find it very effective just bumping it along or swimming it through pools or dropping it off rocks or any kind of techniques that you might use with a crayfish.